Enough's enough, bruh. Enough is enough, bruh. What is going on? WNBA, y'all need to get this under control. This is ridiculous. Marina Mabrey, you just put yourself in the Dejanay Carrington box. You dirty slime ball player, you come and blindside Caitlin Clark. Marina Mabrey assaulted and tried to fight Caitlin Clark today. This is ridiculous.
That wasn't a basketball game. It was a full-blown ambush, broadcast live for the world to see. Caitlin Clark, once again, found herself the target of brutal, unchecked aggression. And this time, it wasn't subtle, accidental, or even remotely within the bounds of professional play. As the Indiana Fever entered the final stretch against the Connecticut Sun, fans expected a tight, competitive finish. Instead, they watched what looked like open season on the league's biggest star. There were eye gouges, body checks, blatant shoves, and the WNBA officials stood silent. The most egregious moment? Marina Mabrey charging in like she was auditioning for a street fight, blindsiding Clark from behind with zero intention of making a play on the ball. No flagrant, no technical, not even an ejection. The referees swallowed their whistles and looked the other way. Let that sink in. In any other league, especially the NBA, this kind of targeted violence against a star player would ignite a firestorm of fines, suspensions, and league-wide outrage. But in the WNBA, it's starting to feel like assaulting Caitlin Clark is just another defensive strategy. So now the question isn't just why didn't they protect her? It's why does the league keep allowing this to happen? When does tough defense cross the line into calculated abuse? And how many more hits will it take before someone in charge finally steps up? Because make no mistake, this isn't just about one player. It's about the integrity of the game.
Protect her.
This is what the WNBA wants. I don't know how you can come to any other conclusion at this point, is that this is actually, they believe that this is what sports fans want to watch. No, I mean, if I want to see this, I'm going to tune into hockey. All right? And I'm a huge NFL fan. I'm used to hits. The hits don't bother me, but we're playing basketball here. Not street ball, but what's supposed to be a professional basketball. Supposed to be the women's version of the National Basketball Association. What a joke that is right now. What a joke.
2. This goes way deeper than just one dirty play or one missed call. This feels like the WNBA's new normal. Is the league really turning a blind eye to blatant, dangerous fouls just because Caitlin Clark is too valuable to protect? Or worse, are they waiting for something truly catastrophic to happen before finally stepping in? Because make no mistake, the warning signs aren't just blinking, they're screaming. And fans? They're already furious. Before we break down exactly how this spiraled, from the cheap shot that lit the fire to the league's unbelievable silence, smash that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to see isn't just another highlight reel. It's the moment the WNBA lost control. It all came to a head in the final minute of the Indiana Fever's game against the Connecticut Sun. Tensions were already high when Sophie Cunningham and J.C. Sheldon collided at midcourt. Cunningham tried to wrap her up. Sheldon hit the deck hard. And suddenly it wasn't just a foul. It was a spark to a powder keg. Cunningham snapped, her shouts echoing through the gym. "I'm not having it. We'll go. We'll go." And just like that, chaos was in motion. The cameras couldn't even keep up. And that's the terrifying part. Because while everyone focused on that scuffle, something far more dangerous was already brewing behind the scenes.
Not a dirty play. This was making a statement because the referees didn't do their damn job. This would not have happened at the end of the game if the referees did their job during the first play. If the referees did their job, not just the first play, every single play leading up to that. If the referees had control of the game, that is their only job. The referees' first job, their number one job, is to protect their players.
3. Something that had been boiling for weeks finally snapped in a matter of seconds. This is what happens when the league ignores repeated warnings. When Caitlin Clark has been elbowed, shoved, scratched, dragged to the floor, and nothing is done. Now stay with me. Because what happened next wasn't just dirty play. It was deliberate and it was dangerous. Let's rewind to the moment the powder keg ignited. J.C. Sheldon, the same player, delivered what one commentator called a DJ Carrington eye gouge to Clark's face. A full-on swipe across her eyes. No whistle. No review. Clark stumbled, clearly shaken, and the refs just let it go. Seconds later, Marina Mabrey charged in, not defending the ball, not even pretending to make a basketball move, and blindsided Caitlin Clark from behind with a violent hip check. The kind of hit that could cause serious injury. The cameras caught it in real time. Clark's neck snapping back, nearly whiplashed onto the hardwood. The gasps from the crowd said it all. This wasn't incidental contact. This wasn't defense. This was intentional. This was a player targeting another, mid-play, with the league's brightest spotlight watching. And what did the WNBA do? Nothing meaningful. No ejection. No flagrant. Just a single technical foul, like Clark had maybe said something rude to an official. As one fan put it perfectly, that wasn't a tech. That was an assault. The league can't keep pretending this is normal. Because if this is just basketball, then we got a serious problem.
Referees are going to review the play because that's a lot of contact going on right there. That's a lot of unnecessary contact. That's a lot of non-basketball contact happening during this play, right? So the 3 referees that I like to say, they got them straight out of Sephora because I don't think these referees have ever refereed a professional basketball.
Cunningham walked off the floor, ejected for her involvement in the scuffle, while Marina Mabrey, who had just blindsided Caitlin Clark, was somehow allowed to stay in the game. Even the announcers in real time couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Mabrey's day is almost assuredly done. They said, almost as if they were already prepping for the inevitable ejection. But that never came. Mabrey remained on the court, free to continue playing without consequence, while Clark, the victim of the attack, was left to wonder just how much he has to endure before the league takes action. The contrast was maddening. One player ejected for an intense but relatively minor interaction, while another, who had clearly crossed a line, remained untouched. It's moments like these that make fans question whether there are different rules for stars of the league, and the players looking to make a name for themselves by targeting those stars. The lack of consistency in officiating was glaring, and the league's silence on the matter only made it worse. This isn't just a bad call. It's a serious failure in protecting the game's biggest players.
It's almost assuredly done.
Oh, and Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected. If the officials saw that, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected.
That wasn't basketball. It was a live ambush, a full-on attack against Caitlin Clark. And this time it wasn't subtle, accidental, or even remotely within the spirit of the game. In the final minutes of the Indiana Fever's matchup against the Connecticut Sun, fans expected a hard-fought finish. But instead, they were forced to watch what looked like open season on the league's biggest star. There were eye gouges, body checks, blatant shoves, and the referees, unbelievably, stayed silent. Marina Mabrey came charging in from behind, blindsiding Clark with no attempt to play the ball, and while even the announcer said, Mabrey's day is almost assuredly done, she was ejected. She stayed in the game. The refs watched the same footage, saw the same collision, and still, they didn't care. They've seen the scratches, the bruises on each cheek of Clark's face, the twisted shoulder, the full-arm grabs by J.C. Sheldon, and yet nothing gets called. Clark is being physically targeted. The league knows it and still chooses to do nothing. After hitting a deep 3, Clark turned to the Sun bench, her body language shouting what everyone else was thinking. Enough is enough. Sophie Cunningham didn't just get ejected. She reacted to what had already boiled over, and even the Fever announcers said it was no coincidence. This wasn't random. It was a response. The Fever are tired of being the league's punching bag, tired of seeing their star player get assaulted without justice, tired of watching referees swallow whistles while Clark takes hits that would be suspension-worthy in the NBA, yet are waved off in the WNBA. Picture LeBron James getting gouged, shoved, and body-checked in front of millions. There'd be chaos, investigations, fines, league-wide outrage. In the WNBA, there's not even a timeout. Clark continues to perform, dropping 20 points, 6 assists, draining logo threes, while referees act like their whistles are props. Tina Charles body-checked her, Mabrey poked her in the eye, and through it all, Clark keeps standing and playing, while no one, neither the refs, the coaches, nor the league office, steps in to protect her. Social media exploded. Fans calling out for what it is, negligence. Fix the fouls, protect Caitlin Clark, and this league is a joke, flooded timelines. Fans are calling out Commissioner Kathy Engelbert by name, asking how much longer this will be allowed. They're not just angry, they're issuing a warning. If Caitlin Clark suffers another injury, if she goes down again, this league is in serious trouble. Viewership drops 55% when she doesn't play. Sponsors start questioning their investment. Networks start pulling back. And the momentum that's bringing the WNBA into the mainstream? Gone. The silence from her own teammates only makes it worse. Clark hits the floor, bruised and bleeding. And teammates like Aaliyah Boston and Natasha Howard don't react. They just walk by. Only Sydney Colson tried to step in. That image sent a brutal message. Clark is on her own. This isn't just rough defense anymore. It's personal. It's jealousy, resentment, and targeted hate, building right in front of us. And the scariest part? No one is stopping it. Marina Mabrey blindsides Clark with a full speed hit from behind, and all she gets is a technical? She should have been escorted to the locker room, not laughing on the bench. Meanwhile, Clark is wiping blood from her face. This isn't just incompetence, it's systemic, public, and fully documented neglect. Sheldon fouled Clark in the face at least 5 times before halftime. Nothing. Then Mabrey delivers a hit straight out of a cheap shot playbook. Still nothing. What will it take? A concussion? A broken wrist? A neck injury? This isn't a fluke, it's a pattern, and the league is allowing it to happen unchecked. And let's not ignore the business side. Clark is the reason arenas are selling out. Ratings are surging and corporate sponsors are signing checks. Not protecting her isn't just reckless. It's a direct threat to the league's survival. If she's seriously injured, it won't just be a tragedy. It'll be a crisis, a leadership failure, a culture collapse. And right now, what we're seeing is a league that's unwilling or unable to protect its biggest asset. No ejection, no suspension, no consequences, just bruises, blood, and silence. The WNBA needs to wake up, because if this is how they treat the face of their future, then they're not just broken, they're dangerously close to burning everything they built.